He's up again.
This was where Enki's greatest rebellion occurred. He secretly gifted humanity with the ME, the divine spark. This hidden genetic enhancement allowed humans to think independently, question their existence, and unlock higher consciousness and self-awareness. It was this act that truly separated humans from animals, humans to think the divine spark. This hidden genetic enhancement allowed humans to think independently, question their existence, and unlock higher consciousness and self-awareness. It was this act that truly separated humans from animals, granting them the ability to reason, create, and evolve beyond their original programming. Enlil, however, was furious when he discovered what his brother had done. He saw the rise of human intelligence as a direct threat to Anunnaki control. Humans were supposed to be obedient workers, not thinkers. Their newfound knowledge made them were supposed to be obedient intelligence as a direct threat to Anunnaki control. Humans were supposed to be obedient workers, not thinkers. Their newfound knowledge made them unpredictable, rebellious, and harder to control. So, Enlil took immediate action. He ordered the first humans to be banished from Eden, the controlled environment where they were created. This moment, often misinterpreted in religious texts, became the story of Adam and Eve's expulsion from paradise. But in truth, it wasn't about sin or disobedience. It was about power and control. Enlil wanted ignorant workers. Enki wanted free beings. And this conflict forever changed the course of human history. What does this mean for us today? Were humans designed as a slave species, only to break free through Enki's intervention? Is our genetic evolution still unfolding because of the divine spark hidden within us? Could ancient knowledge of our true origins have been deliberately suppressed by later rulers and religious institutions? The deeper we dig into the Anunnaki mystery, the more we realize that history is far richer, more complex, and more mysterious than we ever imagined. But one thing is certain, the truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. The forbidden knowledge and the war of the Watchers. When humanity first emerged from the hands of the Anunnaki, they were not meant to possess ultimate knowledge. Yet, as the ancient Sumerian record suggests, something unexpected happened. Enki, the creator and protector of mankind, had already defied his fellow gods by gifting humans the spark of enlightenment. But this was not enough for him. He saw even greater potential in his creations. In the biblical story of Eden, a cryptic statement is made. The man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Now he might reach out and take from the tree of life and live forever. This statement suggests that immortality was within reach, but deliberately kept away. The secret of longevity had been withheld. Despite the ruling of the Anunnaki High Council, Enki once again rebelled. He secretly modified the genetic makeup of certain humans, bestowing them with longer lifespans than the rest of their kind. These chosen individuals were the first to experience the gift of near immortality, a powerful secret that would later become known as the Tree of Life. This action, too, was shrouded in secrecy, and it set the stage for the Anunnaki's greatest conflict yet, the War of the Watchers. New scientific warnings indicated that Earth's climate was about to experience a cataclysmic shift. The polar ice caps began to melt, ocean levels surged, and unstoppable storms battered the planet. The Anunnaki High Council convened an emergency meeting, and it was agreed. The Great Deluge was inevitable. Let it cleanse the Earth. Humanity's time is over, they declared. A unanimous decision was made to bring about a great flood, an apocalyptic event that would reset the balance and purge the planet. The catastrophic flood would wash away the remnants of a civilization that had strayed too far from the will of the Anunnaki and their agenda for Earth. The coming of this disaster, so deeply embedded in our mythologies as the flood of Noah, was not simply a divine punishment. It was the culmination of millennia of intervention, manipulation, and power struggles among the Anunnaki themselves. Just as the floodwaters would rise to erase the history of humanity's early days, the truth of our origins would be submerged beneath layers of time, waiting to be uncovered by future generations. In the face of this inevitable flood, some of the Anunnaki, particularly Enki, sought to protect a small group of humans, saving them from the destruction that would sweep across the planet. Enki, in defiance of the High Council's decision, secretly instructed a human king, Zoroastra, the Sumerian equivalent of Noah, to build a vessel that would survive the coming deluge. This act of preservation, despite the destruction ordered by the Anunnaki High Council, ensured that humanity's story would not end entirely. However, it would be a long time before the true origins of humanity and the legacy of the Anunnaki would be understood or acknowledged by the survivors. What happened next? How did Earth recover from the flood? And how much of the Anunnaki influence remained? The answers to these questions may hold the key to understanding humanity's future and the hidden forces that have shaped our civilization since its inception. For now, the floodwaters stand as a reminder of the power the Anunnaki once held, and the hidden truths they left behind. A momentous decision was made by the Anunnaki High Council, a council that saw Earth as a planet on the brink of destruction. The Watchers and the Nephilim had sowed chaos and discord, and the council decreed that humanity's days were numbered. They chose to bring about a cataclysmic flood to purify the planet, a flood that would cleanse the earth and wipe away the remnants of a corrupted civilization. But not all of the Anunnaki were in agreement with this drastic plan. Enki, the compassionate and visionary god who had long seen the untapped potential within humanity, could not abide by this decision. While he acknowledged that humans had faltered, he believed that some were still worthy of life and had a bright future ahead. Enki saw humanity not as a failed experiment, but as a species with enormous untapped potential. He knew that not all was lost. In an act of defiance against the council, Enki took matters into his own hands and secretly intervened. He found Ziusudra, a righteous man, and guided him to build a massive ark to save not only humanity, but the animals as well. Enki's rebellion ensured that a small group of humans would survive the coming deluge, preserving the knowledge, wisdom, and spirit of mankind for future generations. This was a monumental act, one that would alter the course of history forever. While the Anunnaki believed that the flood would restore the earth to its original pristine state, Enki's actions were a profound challenge to their vision. He was not simply saving lives, he was preserving the future of humanity, ensuring that the remnants of mankind could rise from the floodwaters and carry forward a legacy that transcended the Anunnaki's divine decree. As the floodwaters engulfed the planet, humanity's fate seemed sealed. But in truth, it was only the beginning of a new chapter. Once the waters receded, Earth began to heal, and the survivors of the deluge became the ancestors of the first great civilizations. These survivors carried with them the secrets of the gods, knowledge that would eventually be passed down to future generations. But
you don't understand. Your world's gonna end.
What the hell are you?